From the very beginning of your life, something greater may have been quietly present, shaping your path in ways you didn't fully understand. It wasn't loud or obvious, but subtle, like a quiet thread running through your experiences, gently guiding you. Some people carry signs from an early age, invisible marks that point to a deeper purpose. You may have felt it without being able to explain it, like your life was connected to something beyond what you could see. It's as if your journey was designed with intention, and along the way, small reminders were placed to awaken you to that truth. These moments, even the ones that seemed ordinary, were never random. They were clues that your life carries meaning beyond the surface, that you were set apart for something greater than what others may have understood at the time. As a child, you may have felt different without knowing why. While others seemed to blend easily into their surroundings, you may have felt like you were observing life from a deeper place. You may have preferred quiet moments over noise, reflection over distraction. Maybe you asked questions that others couldn't answer, or you sensed that the world didn't quite make sense the way it did for everyone else. That feeling may have been confusing and at times even lonely, but it wasn't a flaw, it was a sign. You weren't meant to fit into every space, you were meant to see beyond it. That difference was not something to hide, it was something placed within you for a reason. Even at a young age, you may have felt a pull to care for others, to notice those who were overlooked, to feel compassion when others remained unaffected. That sensitivity wasn't weakness, it was preparation. You may also remember being unusually aware of your surroundings. It was as if you noticed things others didn't. You could sense tension in a room, pick up on emotions without words being spoken, or feel when something just wasn't right. While others were focused on the surface, you were tuned into something deeper. This wasn't something you learned, it was something that was already within you. You may have felt connected to moments that others overlooked, a quiet evening, the sound of rain, the stillness of night, and in those moments something stirred within you that you couldn't explain. It felt like you were connected to something beyond the physical world, like your spirit recognized something your mind couldn't yet define. That level of awareness is not common, and it carries purpose. It is a form of guidance, a way of helping you navigate life with deeper understanding. One of the clearest signs you may have carried is empathy. From a young age, you didn't just see people, you felt them. You could sense when someone was hurting, even if they tried to hide it. You may have been the one who felt drawn to comfort others, to stand beside those who were alone, to care when no one else seemed to notice. That kind of heart is not accidental. It reflects something greater working within you. While others may have avoided pain, you felt called to respond to it. You may have carried emotions that weren't even yours, feeling the weight of others' struggles as if they were your own. This ability to connect deeply with others is a gift, even if it may have felt overwhelming at times. It prepares you to bring light into places where people feel unseen and unheard. There may have also been moments in your childhood that felt unusual, dreams that stayed with you long after you woke up, or strong impressions about things before they happened. You may not have understood them at the time, but they left an impact. Some of those dreams may have felt more real than your waking life, carrying a sense of meaning that you couldn't ignore. Or perhaps you had moments where you just knew things without being told, a quiet inner knowing that later proved to be true. These experiences were not random. They were glimpses into a deeper connection, ways that guidance reached you when words could not. Even if you didn't fully understand them then, they were part of preparing you to trust what you sense, not just what you see.
Looking back, you may also recognize moments where you were protected in ways that didn't make sense. Situations that could have gone wrong somehow didn't. Times when you avoided danger without realizing how close you were to it. Moments when help appeared exactly when you needed it, almost as if it was sent to you. At the time, you may have brushed it off as luck or coincidence, but over time, a pattern may have started to form. You may have felt like something was watching over you, guiding you, keeping you from harm. That protection was not random, it was intentional. Your life carries purpose, and because of that, it has been guarded in ways you may not fully understand. You may have also felt close to God from an early age, even before you could fully explain what that meant. Talking to God may have felt natural to you, not forced or distant. You may have found yourself speaking openly, as if you were being heard, even without visible answers. In difficult moments, you may have felt a peace that didn't match your situation, a calm that settled over you without explanation. That kind of connection is not something everyone experiences early in life. It is a sign that your spirit has always been open, always receptive. Even when you didn't understand everything, something within you trusted that you were not alone. At the same time, your journey may not have been easy. In fact, many of the challenges you faced may have made you feel even more different. You may have struggled to fit in, to feel fully understood, or to find your place. There may have been moments of isolation where you felt like no one truly saw you. Those experiences were painful, but they were also shaping you. They taught you how to think deeply, how to stand on your own, how to develop strength from within. While others followed the crowd, you were learning how to walk your own path. Those moments of discomfort were not meant to break you, they were meant to prepare you. They gave you insight into life that others may not have gained, helping you develop a perspective that goes beyond the surface. You may have also been drawn to stories of purpose, courage, and faith from a young age. While others were entertained by simple things, you may have felt connected to stories that carried deeper meaning. Stories of people who overcame great odds, who stood firm in what they believed, who followed a calling even when it was difficult. Those stories may have stayed with you, inspiring something inside you that you couldn't explain. It wasn't just interest, it was recognition. Something in you resonated with those journeys because they reflected something within your own. Your curiosity may have also set you apart. You may have asked questions that went beyond the surface, questions about life, purpose, suffering, and what it all means. You weren't satisfied with simple answers. You wanted to understand. That desire to search for truth is not something to ignore. It is part of what drives growth. It pushes you to look deeper, to seek meaning, to develop understanding that goes beyond what is visible. Even in moments of silence, you may have felt that inner pull to keep searching, to keep learning, to keep growing. And through it all, you have shown resilience. You have faced challenges that could have stopped you, but you kept going. You may not have realized it at the time, but every difficulty was shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you. That strength didn't come from nowhere. It was developed through every moment you chose not to give up. You are still here, still growing, still moving forward. That alone says something powerful about who you are. Recognizing these signs is not about labeling yourself. It's about understanding your journey. It's about seeing that your life has always carried meaning, even in moments that didn't make sense. What you experienced was not random, it was preparation. And as you continue forward, more will be revealed. The same presence that has guided you this far is still with you, still leading you, still shaping your path. Your story is still unfolding, and everything you've been through is part of something greater.
If you see yourself in these signs, don't ignore it, reflect on it, embrace it, and share it, because your journey may be the confirmation someone else needs to realize they are not alone. There is purpose in your life, and it has been there from the beginning. Keep walking, keep growing, and keep trusting that what has been placed within you will lead you exactly where you are meant to be.